Rob Chapman.
And I'm the captain.
Customarily, we're here at Andertons.co.uk, speaking to you from the future, but coming to you in the past.
Well, but in the past, yeah.
Well, I don't know, because...
because these videos, they kind of live in their own time dimension of their own, don't they?
Yes.
It's the future for us, but the past for you.
Today, we've got these enchanting Epiphone affordable SL guitars.
This was probably bizarre for a sort of a sub £100 guitar. One of the most talked about releases of 2017 when Epiphone put this up on their website. About 6 months ago, maybe more. And for whatever reason, due to its popularity, probably due to the difficulties now of sending guitars with rosewood fingerboards around the world, they've only just arrived in the UK at the end of November. Fingerboard. It is. So this is called the Epiphone Les Paul SL. Any idea what the SL stands for?
Well, I was just about to ask you that, Lee, so I'm disappointed that you segued to me.
That's a good point. I should have asked somebody from Epiphone. What is it? What do you think SL stands for? You decide in the comment section. It's nothing to do with slash, but it could. But the name
stupidly low price
could be. So, not a lot of guitars that you can buy in the world outside of toy shops will cost you £89. In fact, our man Fluff on YouTube land has done a couple of videos recently of like what's the cheapest guitar you can buy on Amazon, the cheapest guitar you can buy on eBay, and I think on the whole he was largely underwhelmed by what he bought.
I've got a thing about that.
What's that then?
Well, you can be underwhelmed, but you can be overwhelmed.
Or can you be whelmed?
You can't be whelmed.
That's a shout.
But
well, you must be able to be
whelmed. To be whelmed would just be like, I'm kind of whelmed.
I'm whelmed, yeah. So what? They whelm me.
Yes. Well, this definitely whelms me.
That's yeah. So basically, when a product is neither below expectations or above expectations, you can just go, I'm whelmed.
I'm whelmed. Yes. Like player's impression number one. I mean, it's a really cool looking vibe. And it's got Epiphone on the headstock, so you kind of think, okay, cool. It's really, really, really light.
Yeah.
It comes with a massive swing tag that weighs about half the weight of the guitar. The frets honestly feel good. There's nothing sharp here, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this without seriously lacerating my entire hand. Plays kind of marks out of 10 playing. Plays like a strong, solid 5. Unwhelmed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad player. It's just not a great player.
Now, I've seen other people on the internet get these guitars and then kind of be critical about things like the fretwork and stuff like that. So I don't know whether or not they had a particularly bad one or whether we've got particularly good ones.
Well, as a factory-produced Chinese-made guitar, there are gonna be ones with defects.
We don't have a problem with the fretting at all on this. We have restrung them both because I think...
the strings were shit.
Yeah, but realistically, what will happen at a guitar at this price point, the factory will just buy the cheapest strings they can. And then, of course, by the time it's sat on a boat and in a warehouse for kind of maybe 6 or 8 weeks before it gets to the retailer, if strings were slightly on their way out already... by the time we get them. So I think it would be fair if you buy one of these, you do expect to want to restring it probably straight out the box.
You're going to have to treat these guitars with a massive, giant, healthy spoonful of...
What, reality?
Reality. If these retail for, what, 90 quid?
£89.
89, 95, 93 of your Imperial Republic credits, then as guitar company owners ourselves and as retailers, we know that when you go... Sorry?
I don't know how you get to £89.
Well, when you go, distribution, guitar company,
VAT.
Retailer, VAT, probably looking at 20 quid to make this. And that's a feat of
how would you even do that? So look, again, I'm going to be totally as objective as possible. So the machine heads are the cheapest kind of machine heads that you can buy. So far, I mean, you saw us jamming in that first track. I've not retuned this since that jam. I am still in tune. So yeah, I'm still in tune. The action is nothing special, but it's not unplayable either. It's just average. The actual neck, I think, feels quite nice. The satin finish, you know, back of the neck. It's a classic kind of Les Paul kind of carve.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh, you've got a gloss.
Yeah, I got the glossy gloss boy.
Right. Didn't even realise that. So obviously some of the finishes are obviously satin, like the Heritage Cherry, and some of the finishes are gloss. In fact, whilst we're talking about that now, and we probably should have put this up at the beginning of the video, the reason there's been so much excitement and interest in this line of guitars is because some of the colours are amazeballs. So here they are on screen now for your visual delight. I particularly like the turquoise one and the yellow one.
Yes, rest your jelly-filled light buckets upon these.
So now we have 2 single coil pickups, and if I can get a clean sound out of this here runt of an amplifier. Can roll the tone down. Who would do that? Both pickups together. And the bridge pickup. Do it with some gunnage.
It's really hot in here, man. I'm sweating more than a croc in a boot store. Just.
Oh really? You sure you haven't got an illness coming on, like a hot flush, maybe going into the menopause?
No, I think I'm just excited to be back next to you, knowing that any minute you're about to have a baby.
That's true. I apologise. I have to leave my phone on throughout all 8 of the videos that Rob and I will attempt to shoot over the next 2 days because my wifey is on red alert.
Red alert, wife.
So dads and dads to be, you know what I'm going through at the moment. Let's hear it. Hear it with some ganache on your your amplifier.
I've only got it on a crunch.
Okay.
I just wanted to say also, I actually quite like the placement of the volume knob. Although the volume is kind of an on-off switch, it's placed perfectly for your Ingve stuff that I won't do. Do you know what I mean? But I like that. I like that you can do that really, really, really easily. Yeah. It plays fine. I mean, it's just, when I say it plays fine, what I mean is you can play it. When you get up a bit high, you get a bit of string ride overage. As in, often the strings will come over you.
Yeah.
Because it's but which is fine. We can deal with that too. That's not much of an issue.
Built-in tremolo neck then?
Yes, it's got a built-in... So what I'm showing is that you can play...
Yeah, look.
But it's like, you know, in Dungeons and Dragons, when you get given... You find weapons and armour and stuff, and it's like... sword plus 10 dexterity or shield plus 3 armor. this is a guitar -3 dexterity. So when you're playing it, all that happens is that it's slightly harder to play. But here's my caveat. I don't know, whatever you call it.
If you want to put some sort of, fish roe in your thing, I don't mind.
I'm really sorry, but they sound good. They sound good. And in particular, when you played with that EP booster through the Friedman Gund, obviously if you're going to have a Friedman and an EP booster, you're probably not going to buy this guitar.
The EP booster's nearly twice the price of the guitar.
Yeah, no. It's nothing a pair of EMGs and a Floyd wouldn't sort out.
Last bit of spec is it has what's called a wraparound tailpiece. So this is a sort of a design that dates back sort of pre that Tune-o-matic style bridge where the tailpiece and the bridge are two separate things that you'd see on like a regular Les Paul standard. So the intonation isn't adjustable. So what you'll see again, are you zooming super far in here, Chris? Around the wraparound tailpiece, there are what do you call it when it's like molded, like cast? That's what, like the actual saddles for the strings, if you like, are cast into the tailpiece, so they can't be moved backwards and forwards. So the intonation on this guitar is only ever going to be in the ballpark. It's never going to be, and I guess as you perhaps put much heavier strings on it and things like that, you may find that things like the intonation is impossible to keep spot on.
But can I add something about the wraparound bridge?
Yes.
So the other thing about the wraparound bridge is that it's made from quite an affordable metal.
Yeah.
It's not very hard. Now these come with 9s, and you're going to want to take them off. And you're going to want to put 10s on it, or, heaven forbid, 11s or something. If you do, my recommendation to you is that you make sure that the string spacing is absolutely perfect before you put them on, because anything harder than 9s will dig in to the meat of the saddle and cause a little indentation, which isn't a bad thing because it means that the string will then stay in place. But just be aware of it.
We don't know what wood it's made from. I mean, it's obviously a hardwood of some sort. It's not applied laminate by the looks of things, but it's incredibly lightweight, and it's a bolt-on neck design, as are most sort of sub £200 Les Pauls.
Yeah.
So it's poplar. There we go. It's poplar wood.
Well, they're going to be very popular.
Absolutely. It's so popular, in fact, that we've nearly sold out.
Have you?
I kid you not, on pre-order alone, over 100 of these went out of Andertons on the day they arrived. So there is now, and this is the meat, I think, of the review, is who is going to buy this and where is it? Who should be buying this? So for me, beginners, a million %. This is a really good, acceptable beginner guitar for sure. There's in terms of quality, it is as good, if not better, than anything else. And it is a proper guitar. It's not a toy shop plastic guitar where the frets are all on the wrong position and all that kind of stuff.
Is it the cheapest? Sorry.
It'll definitely be the cheapest branded guitar that Anderton sells.
Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, there's nothing more for. But this is £90.
£89, yeah.
89.
Yeah.
What could you get for £100?
Well, I can't remember exactly, but somewhere around about the early hundreds, things like the Squire bullets start to appear. The Epiphone themselves have another guitar for probably every £30 or £40 you pay. So there'll be another Les Paul and another one. And at some point, you do have to go, well, you could apply that logic to, there'll always be another guitar that's a bit more than the one that you're looking at.
I just wondered if it's 90 quid and there's like for £100 that what's the for 10 quid more. Don't get
probably
the kebab, what would you get?
Not for £10 more, but you're probably talking another £30 or £40 until you see the next thing up.
Yeah.
But I think the big market for these, and this is the bit where I sort of go, look, and this is the bit where I sort of worry a bit about what people's expectations are. The big market for these will be players that have maybe got 3 or 4 guitars already, are reasonably sort of intermediate players, but just go, oh, that's cool, I'm going to get that, and then maybe I'll see it as like a doer-upper sort of thing.
Nah.
And I'm a bit like, I don't know, you would very, very quickly spend more on the doer-upper bit than you have on the guitar.
I mean,
and you've still got what is fundamentally a really cheap guitar.
If you were going to do it up, the first thing you change is the bridge, then it would be the tuners, and then I think you're kind of good to go.
But a decent set of tuners and a decent bridge, and you've done 70 quid already. You know, it's almost like...
Well, then you've got to put the EMGs in.
Floyd Rose.
Then, Floyd Rose, you part out EMGs.
Sustainiac system.
Yeah. And then
no,
I think...
my gut feeling is for guys and girls that are just thinking, well, I've got, I'm a, okay player already, and I've got 2 or 3 guitars or more, but that colour one, it just looks so cool. I fancy that. By all means, buy one, but I don't know. I think just have realistic expectations about what you're going to get for
They're really
£89.
cheap, so they play like really cheap guitars.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it is a modern wonder now to sort of think. I'm just trying to think what the last thing was that I spent £89 on. What did I spend £89 on? Pair of jeans, for example.
A meal at Oshio, which is an amazing Korean restaurant in
Brighton.
Brighton.
Like a nice pair of jeans. I think I bought some diesel jeans the other day and they were £79.
Right.
And I guess realistically, if I wear them a lot, a year or 2 down the line, I'll go through the knees and I'll throw them away and I'll buy some more.
You should have come to Target with me. I got 3 pairs of jeans for like $40. Wranglers, bro. Wranglers, get them on.
But I'm always, I think there's a lot of guitar play, people who are doing reviews of these guitars and posting comments on forums and stuff just need to take a step back before they go, yeah, I bought one of these and it just didn't play like my £2,000 Ibanez. That it's just like, it's £89. What do you expect? But I have to be honest with you. As I said, these are straight out of the box. The finish is good. The choice of colours is superb.
And they sound good.
The pickups sound fine. You wouldn't know through decent amplifiers that we're using, you wouldn't know that just from the sound, you wouldn't know that these were only £89.
That's about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. As I said, there's a black one over here as well. I probably should have had this front and center for the review. There we are. So you can do anything from
just
traditional...
imagine it's been there for the entire time that we... Shall I have a go on it?
That's satin finish. Can we get a close-up on this as well? This is satin with like an open grain vibe to it, so it's got that old Les Paul kind of junior vibe to it. It looks really, really cool. I don't know if there's anything on the website. Perhaps I'll ask my web team to check it out, and update our listings, but I don't recall seeing anything on the website that told you which colours were the gloss ones and which ones were the satin ones.
You know what?
But
I got an idea.
What's that?
Bands with lots of money. Buy one of these for every gig you do. Play one song and then give it to someone in the audience.
It's a great idea.
Sign it and give it away, because
auction it off to charity.
Yeah.
Or give it to somebody. Give it to a fan.
We haven't tuned this guitar.
No, we haven't.
I'm going to play
did we say as well when we did restring these? We decided to tune them to E flat rather than E.
Because I didn't want to damage the bridge.
Well, for no reason other than that they'd come set up with 9s, and I think we were sort of going, like, we haven't really got time to worry about resetting the neck if we put some heavier gauge strings on and everything like that. So we'll just tune to E flat, and then the string tension will be about the same.
Everyone's going to ask me, does it gent?
What, does it gent?
No.
No, it doesn't gent. It shouldn't gent, really, with single coil pickups on it, but...
Ready?
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it?
I have to say, I am mightily impressed. When we do videos with distortion pedals that cost £200 and...
Could have had a guitar instead, couldn't
you? You just sit there going, it's £89. It's crazy.
I much prefer the feel of these satin necks.
Well, I tell you what,
to the gloss ones.
I'll jam out using the yellow one with the gloss finish neck. You jam out. Do you want to use this one, or do you want to use the black one?
I'll use this one. This is my favourite now.
What tuning is that in, though? Is that in,
yeah.
It's in the yeah tuning.
Wait, have we just swapped amps?
No, you want that, yeah. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.